let's talk about that, because this Kentucky team was one where we spent a lot of time. I spent a lot of time saying that this Kentucky team wasn't going to be good enough. These freshmen weren't necessarily going to be good enough. Robert Dillingham, DJ Wagner coming in, Justin Edwards stepping in, they're not going to be good enough. What I saw from this group was exactly what we saw in Toronto in the Global Jam. Now, it wasn't perfect. They ended up shooting 12 for 38 from three. Antonio Reeves, 3 for 17 from three, 7 for 25 from the floor. DJ Wagner, 1 for 12. But, I mean, I think the pace, the space that they're playing with, the guys getting up threes, Cal embracing this, like the talent that he has and playing into it. My question to you, I'm going to you first on this one, Doug, because I know you won't hold back. Does Cal stick with it? Does he keep playing this way, even if you have nights where you go 12 for 38?
Yes.
He has to.
He has to. I mean, out of personnel and –
Well, what about when he gets like Bradshaw and maybe his other bigs back? Then what does he do?
I still think he's going to go 4 out, 4 out, 1
I think
in.
he still has a significant part of the game playing with the small lineup.
I mean, look,
changes.
you win in college basketball, your guards. I think the bigger challenge for them is what do you do if DJ Wagner is your third best freshman guard?
I've said this.
Right?
I've been saying this the whole time.
Look, and Dillingham, and I said that you and I talked earlier today, like Dillingham, he shot an air ball late. Like he can run hot and he can run cold. He's this.
When he's
he
hot,
run
man.
hot, he's unbelievable. But
he was efficient tonight.
like Shepherd, okay, Shepherd does all the things that are going to hunt in SEC league play, right? Now he turned it over a little bit late, and that last shot wasn't a good one. He forced it, probably didn't have to. I didn't love the play. They ran that, bringing Reeves back off a screen and the hammer on the weak side, and then he caught it. He didn't have anything to do, but he did turn it over twice late. And one time, especially, he drove in there. He had Dickinson on his back. He should have jumped into him and got the foul. But he looks like a guy. He was not fazed at all by the moment.
Wasn't sped up.
And he did a really good job of keeping his man in front defensively. Those other guys are more athletic, but they take a lot more chances. Like he looks like he's a lot more ready, a lot more solid. Whereas DJ he plays like all of these guys are trained to play one on cone. I mean, downhill, like he's nasty going downhill, but like we're not playing. We're not playing for mid-range jump shots, dude. That's the worst shot in the sport.
He was 1 for 12 tonight, and they shot. I saw a stat. They shot 14 twos that were not layups, which I think is a much higher number than
that's my
his
fear.
game, though.
Yeah.
I know it's his game, but like if you surround that dude with 4 shooters, you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not necessarily how this team is built. You got a couple too many guys that put it on the deck.
I think, and you tell me if I'm wrong here, Jeff. I think that their best lineup, what they'll figure out is Dillingham, Reed Shepherd, Antonio Reeves, Justin Edwards, if he plays better. He didn't play well tonight, but I'm still buying Justin Edwards, and Trey Mitchell at the 5. I think that's what their best lineup is.
I'm not in love with Trey Mitchell. He doesn't move great.
He was fine.
You can put Jordan Burks out there too.
No, the guy is Bradshaw. If you could ever get Bradshaw back,
I think
in the next 3 weeks.
I think Trey Mitchell is less important than Reed Shepherd, Robert Dillingham.
Here's what you need. You need Mitchell for his experience.
I do like Dillingham off the bench just because I think there's a way in which you can sell him on, hey, look, dude, when you go to the NBA, you're going to be Jason Terry. Right? When you go to the NBA, you're going to be any of those bench guys, no position. You just come in and get buckets. And so we're going to do that for you here. But the issue is like there's just, I mean, because you've coached. We know because we covered it. Like he turned down his grandpa at Louisville and major money, right, to go and play Kentucky.
I still don't get it. I still don't get that.
All right,
decision.
Randolph, give me
been the guy there.
I understand. I'm just saying.
I'm
just saying, like, there's a lot more at play in sitting a guy than just having to play the best players.
Mm-hmm. Right. No,
I'd like to think it was just best players.
And normally, what Cal
and he'll play better.
Cal was normally when he was at his best. He was great at kind of navigating that ego.
And
he'll.
Let me ask you this, RC. After seeing this performance, does it change what you think Kentucky's ceiling can be? Are we looking at them now as like, oh, this team can make a run, or are you looking at them now like this was just they caught fire on for about 4 minutes in the first half?
When you have guard play like this, then as they gain experience, like we said before, I said this earlier, get Kentucky now, because by February, late January, February, this group gets a little more experience. They're going to be a tough out. Yeah. Dillingham's got a gear to him that's different.
Yeah,
like he has a different gear, and I think that's something you just can't coach. You can't teach. He's out there, It's hard to get guys stay in front
He's
of.
got Pat Bev in college.
I think that Kentucky taking this loss was probably not the best loss or the worst loss that we saw today. That was